Hello, my beautiful soul tribe. Welcome to the channel, Ascend with Me Tarot. My name is Dawn. We're going to do a general collective reading today. We are going to use the Psychic Tarot deck. I haven't used that in a while, and so we're just going to tap into the different energies. Only take what resonates. This could be your energy that we're pulling in, or the energy of someone that you're close to, all right? So just, take it how it resonates for you, if it resonates. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to ground myself before we start. If you'd like to join me, just take a few deep breaths, ground, center your energy, clear your mind. Here we go, beautifuls. All right, collective. Let's get started. So we're going to break these into different categories. I am going to start with the overall energy of the collective, or of this message, okay? Father God, Holy Spirit, beautiful archangels, ancestors, higher beings, thank you so much for this day. Thank you for allowing us to tap into this message for the collective. I ask that you please give me clear discernment as I receive these messages, and I thank you. Please give my collective clear discernment as they receive the messages for their highest good. Please bring in the highest frequency, highest vibrational energy that you're allowed to see. Thank you. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Archangel Michael, please put a white light of divine protection around my energy, the energy of the collective, the energy of this reading. Archangel Raphael, please clear and connect our heart chakras to your healing energy. Thank you so much. Thank you, Father. Thank you, ancestors. Amen. All right, Spirit. What is the overall energy of the collective today, or this reading? Truth. Seeing clearly. You know your truth, collective. Okay? Yeah, look, awareness. I said seeing clearly. You know your truth, and awareness is on the bottom. So true awareness. True awareness of self, of the spirit. True awareness of the divine, right? Like, that's the energy we're in. And look, we got the truth on the bottom too. So a lot of truth, collective. You can believe what you're perceiving, right? Believe the messages of peace that you're receiving from spirit. Believe the messages that are telling you, to take a deep breath. It's going to be okay. Believe that you are held in God's grace, is what I'm hearing. Also believe in the fact that there are two forces in this world. There's the positive force of God's grace, and then there's that negative force of oppression. Okay? We're seeing things clearly. So, Spirit, what is the chakra energy that we're going to discuss today for the collective? What chakra energy are we going to discuss? Okay. Yeah, your divine connection. Your connection with the divine. Your crown chakra. Your spiritual downloads. You're getting true downloads, collective. Look, truth on the bottom again. So, yes, you're receiving your true downloads. Beautiful. Let's see what's going on in the physical realm for us. So that's in the spiritual realm, right? That's your higher self. Wow. Anyways, what is spirit? What is the physical energy? What can we expect as our physical energy as we step into this awareness, this truth? Material and spiritual prosperity. This is a lot of spiritual energy that we're picking up in this reading, you guys. All of this is like highly spiritual energy. So this is, talking about recognition and reward, okay? Recognizing, it's time for reward, collective. It is. It's time for spiritual wealth, not spiritual poverty, okay? It's time for us to believe in the truth that we're receiving through the spirit, through our crown chakra. Right? So it's that balanced energy of comfort and grace. It's about, faith and hope and joy and peace and harmony, okay? But let's see what's going on in the mental energy. So crown chakra, you're getting to, oh, that fell, hold on. Yes, rest and rejuvenation. So you're coming out of overthinking. You're coming out of oppressive thoughts, collective, right? You're no longer going through that mental battle, because it is a battle. It has been a battle, okay? You're no longer believing the lies that once oppressed you and had you in anxiety and you know, confused and doubtful. You're no longer, yeah, you're moving on from those energies. Look, you're moving on from those energies, collective, okay? Congratulations, babies. This, you know, just be proud of yourself. Spirit is coming in to just bring this recognition, like, I guess just telling you it's time for reward. It's time for recognition. It's time to move on from you know, anything that causes you fear, doubt, chaos, uncertainty, right? Anything that doesn't feel true, doesn't ring true, doesn't bring in peace and comfort towards you, it's a lie. If God is not a God of confusion. So anything that brings in that confusion, that doubt, that fear, is not of the divine. It's not of the truth. It's of the lie. Okay, so we've learned how to, you know, instead of focusing on all the lies that we were once overthinking about that was causing a lot of chaos within us, we know how to dispel those, right? We know how to let it go. We for me, example, when something comes towards me now, my instant go-to is to pray. And I ask God, you know, please put up my blockage. Please, you know, show me the truth and remove the lie. And he does every single time. And it's just like, it doesn't overtake me. In the past, those things would overtake me because I would feed into the lie. I would feed into the fear. I would need to figure things out. I would be anxious and you know, thinking that there was always something behind, like, I don't know. Always thinking that there was something underneath the surface that you know, I don't know. It's like, don't search for the lie. Don't search the lie. Don't believe the lie, okay, is what I'm hearing. Believe in the energies that are coming in to give you comfort and telling you it's going to be okay, telling you that you're living and walking by God's grace. That, you know, to purify yourself of this energy or purify yourself of that pattern. Like, believe in that process versus, you know, feeding into the anxiety, the fear, the doubt, you know, the things that want to cause you insecurity or keep your energy out of balance, because that is the lie. The truth is balance. The truth is God is not a God of confusion. The universe loves you, okay? You didn't come here to suffer unless that's what you choose. You came here to wake up to divine grace, to wake up to, you know, the goodness of the divine, the goodness of the universe, to step into an awareness, not of condemnation, but of love, okay? So let's see about emotional energy for the collective. Bored. There's nothing new under the sun is what I'm hearing, right? So, you know, it's like it's almost like, you know, you're not satisfied by anything of the world anymore. That's why you're bored. You know, it's like nothing. It's not that you're not passionate and you don't have things that you enjoy, because you do, but it's like you're not striving for instant gratification anymore, right? You're just kind of nothing. Everything just, you just see through the illusion of everything, right? It's like nothing excites you more than spirit. Nothing of this world. So you are truly in this energy of in the world, but not of the world. And it's actually a celebration. It's right. You should rejoice in the fact that nothing of this world, you're not looking for the instant gratification. You're not looking for the fulfillment, right? That's why you're feeling bored and discontent, because you no longer feel, it's like you don't need a place, right? Like you know where your place is, and it's, you know where your gifts, your treasure lies, and it's not going to be anything in this world necessarily. It's of the spirit, okay? So Spirit's telling us, you know, rejoice and celebrate in these times of so-called boredom. right? These times where, you're going through emotional purging. These times where you're having to be isolated from the rest of the world. Instead of looking at it as a punishment, look at it as you being set apart from the matrix, you being set apart from the lie. And so celebrate yourself and rejoice in the fact that God has chosen you to have this time, to have this awareness. Not everybody has been able to be gifted at this time, to be gifted that awareness of purifying their energy, right? That awareness of how to move on with their thought process, that awareness of the truth. But you, collective, you have been granted that gift, that truth, that awareness, that power to overcome the lies, the fear, the doubt, the anxiety, the confusion. Maybe in your emotions, you feel like, something. I know whenever I first got granted this gift of peace within my heart, I was like, what is wrong with me? Because it's like, emotionally, the emotional triggers, they weren't intense. It's like, I still have my emotions. I still feel love. I still feel all of these emotions, but it's not detrimental or intensely detrimental like in the past. You know what I mean? I think we've been gifted the ability of detachment, right? And then, so if you're wondering what's going on with your emotions, why you don't feel as intensely about this or intensely about that as you would have in the past, don't feel like don't look at it as something's wrong with you. Look at it that you've been granted this peace, the peace of the divine. You've been granted true awareness to where you're no longer set out at sea. You're no longer that ship at sea that's just being tossed around through, mental attacks and emotional triggers, right? You've been given true awareness, and so Spirit's saying, rejoice in that peace, rejoice in the fact that you're not feeding into your emotional triggers anymore. Rejoice in the fact that you're able to move on from the lies, those overthinking patterns. Okay, so what about spiritual energy, please? What about our spiritual energy, please, Spirit? We're waiting. You're here. You're in this world. You're not of this world, and we're waiting. We're waiting for something, for the next revelation that's meant to happen. Okay, spiritually, you're connected, and you're waiting. Your partnership and alliances. Some of us are still waiting on our spiritual partnership, our spiritual alliance in the physical, but you've already manifested it in the spiritual, right? You're we'll look a little bit more on what that is, but yeah, so it's like the waiting game for a partnership and an alliance. So it's all, and also, we're not waiting for a spiritual partner in the physical. We're waiting, like we may not have that in the physicality, but you have it in the spirit. Your true spiritual partnership comes from your connection with spirit. Because if you look at this card, this is a hand from above reaching down, and this hand's reaching up. So one's reaching down, one's reaching up. Okay, this is spirit reaching down for you and you reaching up for spirit after you've had to overcome some spiritual obstacles and challenges. So what you've been waiting on is already here. If you've been waiting on your spiritual partner, right, your spiritual support person, you're not waiting, like that person's already with you, but that person is in spirit. It's your spiritual connection, okay, your divine connection with your guide, your guardian, okay? But a lot of us have had to, a lot of us are, as above, so below. So when you're in union with your connection in the spirit realm, that is going to manifest in the physical for you. So you do have spiritual partners coming in to manifest in the physical for you, but right now you're still in this energy of waiting for that to manifest. And in the meantime, you could be feeling bored or like, you're stuck or you're just like nothing's really satisfying you. But Spirit's saying rejoice and celebrate this during this time. Don't go back to this negative thinking, well, is it ever going to happen or something's wrong because you haven't developed that in the physical yet, right? Just, you're in this time right now of separation from the world, collective, so that you can be in union with spirit without being distracted, so you can have the awareness of what is the truth, so that you can listen and hear your divine downloads through your crown chakra without the static of the other energies that would normally distract you. Okay, so be grateful and rejoice and celebrate during this time is what they're saying. You know, don't feel like, oh, I'm single and I'm going to be single forever. If you're single, that's okay. It's because God has you there. And be grateful for it, okay, is what I'm hearing. All right. So, let's see. Let's just go a little bit deeper here. Let's talk about the crown chakra energy and the truth. So, we're getting truthful downloads about something through yeah, to be transparent. How to be transparent, how to see things clearly, right? Transparency is the ability to see through something. So it's like seeing through the illusions of the matrix, the illusions of the overthinking and the lies of the past, those insecurities and fears and doubts. You're now seeing through those things. You have the transparency, the vision. And it's because you're connected. Your crown chakra is open and flowing. And you notice how it's the throat chakra and the crown chakra together. That's the ability to also be transparent with speaking up for yourself, speaking up for what you believe, speaking up for the things that you're receiving through your downloads, being transparent with yourself, with yourself and others about things that you're receiving. But it's also speaking about, you know, being able to see clearly through the things that maybe in the past you weren't able to see through. So it's like getting those spiritual eyes, and that's a gift. I feel like there's been a lot of gifts given to us. And you know, whether you realize it's a gift or don't realize it's a gift is going to come down to your perception, right? Of how, you know, like this thing about the emotions, you can perceive it as this time for you to just heal and you know, spend time with the divine and you know, if not, and also not being able to be emotionally triggered, that's actually a gift in today's world. Not to be emotionally triggered, but, or you can look at it and ask yourself, what's wrong with me? Why, you know, why are my emotions so balanced? Why aren't I more triggered by this situation or that situation? It's a gift that you're not triggered, okay? So we got material, spiritual prosperity coming in as recognition and reward. What is that for? What is it for, Spirit? Sugar-coated. Because we stopped accepting the sugar-coated answers. Okay? And also you're getting, you know, the sweetness from the divine. It's time for a reward. Okay? Because you are seeing through things. You're no longer accepting the sugar-coated answers. Yeah, you're staying the course. You're not giving up on your assignment here. Okay? You haven't given up on your assignment. You're staying the course. Okay? We'll see a little bit more in a minute. So now we're in this like mental time of being able to move on from the past. Okay? Look, impressions was flipped over in my deck, right? We're the past impressions, right? Those past negative thinking patterns, overthinking patterns, okay? We're moving on from those past impressions. We're leaving, you know, the past in the past. And you know, we're in this peacefulness, this calmness in our thoughts right now. Making new impressions, okay? So you're in a time of rest, peace, calmness, collective, and it's a gift. Yeah, it's part of your pathway. You're right exactly where you need to be on your pathway with Fated Pathway coming out, right? This is where we're supposed to be at this time. Okay, you're not off path. You're never going to be off path. You're always going to be exactly where the divine puts you, where the divine wants you to be. So you're on your pathway and you're getting new impressions for a new pathway, a new peaceful pathway, calm pathway. Tell me about rejoice and celebration and discontent and boredom. An invitation. Yeah, you're waiting on an invitation. And it's got to do with what you're waiting on here in regards to a partnership and alliance. In the meantime, you know, you might feel like nothing's happening. You might feel like, you know, you're just kind of out here all alone or something, but you're never alone. Spirit is always with you. They're reaching out their hand to invite you to a celebration. Okay? Maybe they're waiting on you to accept the invitation. I don't know. We'll have to see. Tell me, what is this waiting game energy for partnership and alliance? Waiting game. A conversation. Yes. This has to do with you having a conversation with your higher self. Okay? Listening. But first you have to release all of this old energy, which is what you've done. Yeah. And to build a friendship with Spirit, you have to release your old ties. Right? Your old triggers. Your you know, the distractions, basically, is what I'm seeing here, okay? So let's go to our chakra cards. I'm being drawn to that. So, you know, what is what is the truth, right? You're seeing through something that maybe you weren't able to see through in the past here. Now you're seeing clearly through the illusion into the divine truth, the awareness. You got truth and awareness, right? So what did we have to realize or recognize or see through or perceive in a new way, Spirit? What was that energy mostly about there? Oneness and unity, which Spirit talks about a lot. Like, we're all one. We're all already in one and unified. No matter what circumstances you go through with each other, we're all one. So anytime you hurt another person, you're hurting yourself. Anytime another person hurts you, they're hurting themselves. Anytime you love another person, you're loving yourself. Anytime a person loves you, they're loving themselves. So that's about stepping into our power and understanding oneness and unity, okay? And then crown chakra again, that one with all. Look, these both came out together, accepting the fact that we're all one. There is no reason to compete or strive against one another. There's no reason for hate. There's no reason for resentment. When you're hating or resenting another, you're hating or resenting yourself. Okay? And when you come into this truth, this awareness, then I feel like that's when you're accepting this hand. So understanding this is important, okay? And you're getting the divine truth, the divine awareness about the oneness and the unity of us all. And maybe it's a process of revelation that you're having to go through to be able to understand, what does that exactly mean, right? How do I continue to stay in that awareness even when I'm going through some of the toughest things with another being, another person, right? How do I remember that we're, you know, it's not the circumstance that I'm going through with this person. Right? It's like I shouldn't take away the pain or the resentment or the conflict and you know, make that person like an enemy or separate, like we're separate from one another, because we're all one. And like Spirit was saying, when you hurt someone, you're hurting yourself. Really. When we make someone our enemy or perceive someone as an enemy, we're perceiving ourselves as an enemy. We're siding with the enemy, with the lies, with the untruths of the world. I'm calling it the old world because I'm stepping out of that world, y'all. I'm done with that world. I don't want no part of the lies anymore. I lived there long enough. It never got me nowhere. All it did was you know, tear me down, beat me up, make me, you know, almost lose myself. So I'm done with the lies. I'm done with the matrix. I know what my heart tells me. Despite the circumstances I've gone through with people, my heart still loves those people, right? And I've always been that way. I've always been able to forgive easily, and you know, it's been my ego and my pride that makes me want to, you know, set myself apart when someone hurts me. So it's like, you know, you got to understand. I feel like we've got to consciously choose that despite anything that we go through with another, to continue to love and not make that person our enemy. And instead of, you know, wanting to set us up as opposing forces or enemies, we pray for that person. We pray for their healing, right? It's better to pray for your enemies than to, you know, have a conflict with your enemies, right? Conflict really doesn't get anybody anywhere. It just brings in a lot of loss, if you think about it. But when you can make a peace treaty, right? When you can make peace within yourself, then you grow and you heal, and all parties get the chance to be heard and things like that. But Oneness and Unity says, I accept the oneness of all life, and I know I am one with all others on this journey. I support them and let them support me. I am brave and not afraid to ask for assistance. I allow myself to empathize and sympathize with others, and I choose to see the love in and all around me. I see everything as part of my own life, and I accept others for who they are. I find common ground with others rather than differences, as this brings harmony into my life and into theirs. And then the crown chakra that says one with all, I feel the divine force flowing through me. I honor this, and I know that it flows through all. I am calm in knowing that I am one with all, and I contemplate and meditate on this fact. I regularly remind myself that we are all from the same source, and that we are all on a journey as spiritual beings experiencing this physical existence. I am aware that I have a choice as to how I respond to what is happening in my life. My responses have an enormous effect on my spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical well-being, right? That's what I was just trying to explain about, you know, we can make others our enemy, and, you know, enemy ain't even the right word, but, you know, when you want to, oh, I'm not gonna, it's like you change how you perceive a person based on like how they do you, right? And you know, you're meant to put your boundaries up so you're not run over or hurt again. But when it comes to the energy you hold for the situation, even if in the physical you have to put certain boundaries up for, you know, to create your distance, it's about the energy that you continue to hold about a person or a situation within yourself. That's mostly important, because you can create boundaries and say, okay, well, I don't approve of that behavior, so I'm not going to allow you in my life, and completely like have no resentment or anger or anything towards that person as you do that. Or you set them boundaries and you're angry and you know, you're focusing on, you know, just the unfairness and all of that, and then that's going to keep you in the lower energy. That's going to keep you out of that energy of unity. But if you can set your boundaries with just the awareness that we're all here to learn a lesson, you know, and it's like, it's all about how you're releasing, okay? How are you releasing the energy? Energy needs to be released. Change is a normal part of growth. But how you release certain energies matters. Because, for example, you can be so mad at somebody and hate them for the rest of your life for one thing they did to you. But they're going on about their life, you're going on about your life, and that hate that you're holding within your heart, or that anger or resentment that you hold within your heart, isn't affecting that person. It's affecting you. It's keeping you in a cycle of pain, okay? It's keeping you in a cycle of resentment. So it's all about how you release the energies. Energies need to be released to make room for new energies. It's not the fact that something's being released, it's the fact of how you're releasing it, okay? Is what I'm getting here. So let's talk about stay the course. How do we stay the course, Spirit? How do we stay the course? Sugarcoat. You're about to have a sweet life, collective. Okay? Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give in to the fears, right? We haven't. Don't give in to the fears. Don't give in to the doubts. Don't give in to the matrix. Don't give in to the anger. Don't give in to the resentment. Don't give in to the mental conflict and the emotional triggers. Stay the course. Stay focused on the goodness, the sweetness, of life, this you know, the sweetness of the divine, the sweetness of unity, okay? Stay the course. What can you tell me about staying the course, Spirit? Hold on. You tell me go to another deck. Hold on. Really quickly. Tell me about stay the course, please, Spirit. Magical space clearing time. It's, yeah, keep clearing the energies. Right? Just keep clear. It's a magical time for us, collective, and it's a time of clearing. It's not a time of bondage and repeating past cycles, because now we've got a true awareness. It's a gift. We've been gifted with this time, gifted with this awareness, gifted with this opportunity to clear you know, a past time where we're clearing and you know, our past challenges, our past challenging times here. So it's a divine gift, this awareness, this truth, this you know, revelation of oneness and unity. Okay, it's us purging conflict. All right. So I want to go back to this though, the crown chakra. Anything else on this throat chakra, crown chakra energy? Okay. This is what we've had to overcome. Okay. It says, I forgive myself for distrusting my ability to provide for myself and give myself all that I need. I choose to believe that even when there is no proof, life is supporting me and elevating me to the next chapter of my divine adventure. So believe it in yourself, right? Believe it in your downloads. Believing that you know, you deserve the best, just like everyone else deserves the best, collective. You can do anything anybody else can do if you believe in yourself here. If you believe you can do it, you can achieve it. Okay, I forgive myself for fearing the power of my own love and passion. I choose to believe that my love holds a unique energetic signature that this world craves, and by focusing on knowing myself more, I strengthen its divine expression. So when we're no longer focused on, you know, who's our enemy and you know, who we're in conflict with and who hurt us and things like that, then you can, it's like, then you can use that time, that energy to focus on knowing yourself. Because remember, we're all one. So anything someone does towards you, you've probably done to someone in the past, right? And that's why it's coming back to show you that experience and how it felt, right? So that's why we're supposed to see every person as our mirror. Even if you didn't do it to someone this lifetime, you don't know, you probably did it to a person the last lifetime. And that's why you're being shown it this lifetime. You get to experience certain things so that, you know, you'll grow. But anyways, I forgive myself for thinking that love shared with another translates to less love available to me. I choose to believe that love is an unending source, and I allow myself to be moved to the places where love flows most abundantly. Right? We don't have to hold on for dear life to people, places, and things, relationships, trying to fulfill ourselves. And you know, oh, well, that person can only love me and I can only love them, and that's it. And if they start loving another, then that means that, you know, something's wrong with me, because, you know, right? Like, there is no measurement to love. Love just is what it is. So we need to get out of that energy of competition and competing for one another, competing for love, competing for relationships and things like that. And realize that when, you know, when it's time to release a relationship, that doesn't mean that person loves you any less or that you love them any less. It just means that it's time to grow and expand in different directions. And so we have to find a way to accept it in that perception, instead of feeling like, you know, something's wrong with us and that person took their love away or whatever, right? Like, it's not about that. It's just about needing to fulfill and grow in new directions. I forgive myself for judging inaction as procrastination. I choose to believe that I am aligned with divine timing. So this is about where you might feel like, oh, I'm on the wrong path, and did I make a right move here, or is there something I need to do there? Just be at rest. be at rest and wait for the divine to move you. Wait for things, opportunities to develop that's going to bring you to the next step, right? You that's what Spirit's saying. It's all about divine timing, and inaction does not necessarily mean that you're procrastinating. It means you're waiting peacefully, calmly for the divine to come in and bring the guidance. Right? But it says, I trust myself to be moved to take inspired action in the exact moment that supports the best possible outcome. I'm guilty of this one, y'all, big time. Right? Always asking God, whoa, did I always second guess my choices, and that's a bad habit that I've been having to break free from, okay? Because in the end, I know that I'm being guided. It's almost like questioning the divine on his direction after, anyways. But let's see about our fated pathway. So we're in we're moving on from the past. We're moving on from past impressions. We're ready for new impressions, a new part of the pathway. You're right where you need to be. And if it's right now is a gift of peace and rest, okay? And so we should see it as such. Yeah, it's a gift to bring in wisdom as light as a feather, right? You feeling right now, if you're feeling peaceful and calm, it's because you're following your wisdom. You're following your divine guidance. You have your awareness. And that no matter what your circumstances may be, you within yourself, you're holding that energy of the divine, that peace. You're being wise with your energy, with your thoughts, with the time you're within yourself, that inner time, right? How are you spending your inner time? Are you going within self and just keep going over and over all your fears, all your worries, all the things that are unknown, and just worrying about all of that? Are you being wise with that time? And you're looking at yourself, you're healing, you're gaining insights and awareness about your path and how things have affected you, and how you could choose this in a different way, or how you're proud of choosing this in a certain way. Like, you're going within and you're really coming into union with the divine. You're asking for the answers, but from within self. You're praying, you're meditating, you're clearing your energy, you're focused on forgiving yourself and others, right? What are you doing with that time within? Well, collective spirit's saying you're being wise. If you're light as a feather, if your emotional and mental energies are light as a feather right now, right, not being triggered, then understand that you're tapping into your wisdom. You're right. You're on your fated pathway. Okay, so look at the impression you get from within yourself. When you go within, are you feeding in the lies, the anxieties, or are you going within using wisdom, okay, to purify your energy, to gain your insights of what needs to be purified, to tap in to this truth and awareness that the divine's offering each and every one of us? You got to choose, okay? He's going to offer the gifts to us, but we choose on which energy we're going to tap into. Right now is a time of releasing the burdens, releasing the negative energy, the overthinking, the fear, and just the energy of the matrix, where it's time to release it and to be wise, okay? So we're getting an invitation. Even if, you might be bored right now, you're getting an invitation. Yeah, it's unexpected. A change that you did not see coming. You were reborn. You're being reborn, and it's through the chaos, collective, okay? All this, when you're overthinking amped up, when you started getting especially emotionally triggered over these last few years, it was the setup for your get up, I'm hearing, the setup for your glow up, right? All these unexpected energies and changes that you've had to go through, you going through them and being wise in the way that you're going through them is why you're getting the invitation of rebirth. You're being reborn because of the time you're spending within, and it's like you're integrating your higher self. You're tapping into your wisdom. This is your rebirth. So these unexpected energies, you should rejoice and celebrate those energies, because whether they came in all chaotic, which a lot of them did at first, it came in with a lot of mental energy, a lot of emotional energy that was probably chaotic and triggering, and your physical energy was probably tossed into chaos for a little while too. But it's the calmness through the chaos that it's, right? That's what counts. It's like you've learned that no matter the storm, no matter the chaos, you yourself, right? You yourself have the power to be calm, to continue to stand in truth and awareness, and to feel confident and powerful, and to believe that you are you are one with all others, right? Like to believe in the power of this experience is for your highest good. You don't have to fear it. You don't have to worry about how to control it. You don't have to do anything but just be, and then spend your time going within. Spend that time wisely, feeding, your soul with encouragement and divine truth, instead of, feeding your soul with more fear, worry, doubt, and anxiety, which is going to, your soul's going to be malnourished. You can nourish your soul with uplifting meditation and insights, and reminding yourself to, you're strong, you're beautiful, you're divine, you are loved by the divine, you are just as good as everyone else. Okay? You can remind yourself of the beautiful energy, the higher vibrational energy when you go within, and that's going to nourish your soul. Or when you go within, you're just kind of trying to control through your fears, your doubts, your worries, the unknowns, and it's just going to create more of a chaotic storm within yourself that's just going to, exasperate more of the lower energy, right? It's all about taking your power and your personal power over those energies. So it's about being conscious, right? Being consciously aware of your own power and ability to choose how to transmute energy, right? Like it's magic, actually, because magic is all about energetic manipulation. So you're going within and you're learning how to manipulate the energy instead of allowing the energy to manipulate you, right? That's how you know you're being reborn. Okay, which you are. Yeah, you're not a victim, right? We're not victims. I know it's hard sometimes, especially when you're in the thick of some stuff, to know that you're not a victim. Okay, things happen for you and not to you. But when you're in the thick of some of these hard things happening, it's real easy for us to put ourselves in the victim role. I know, trust me, I do it. I've done it. I'm guilty of it. We all are. But awareness is key to anything. Awareness is what brings the ability to change a behavior, change a perception, right? So we're being given certain awarenesses right now. But we have a conversation. So there's a conversation that we're waiting on here. Let me see what that conversation is about. Hold on one second. I think this is a conversation with spirit, This is the conversation between you and the divine, and you and your higher self. Or this is just saying, you're already listening to your divine guidance, that it's okay to be patient. It's okay, to wait for the divine guidance, right? It's okay to be bored. You don't need instant gratification. There's nothing wrong with you if you're just, everything's quiet and there's no chaos going on, or you don't have to get out and do that. It's okay to take time. You need time to meditate. It's okay to slow down a little bit. We're so used to go, 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 and if we don't have this problem to solve, or this place to get to, or this person to help, then we must be missing something. We must not be doing something right. It's like when you have that time to just kind of sit down and twiddle your thumbs, there's nothing wrong. That's a blessing. That time of quietude is a blessing, and it's where you're having your conversations. That's the moments that you're having these conversations with the divine from within self, right? You're going within, you got time, you're not distracted, and you're able to have this conversation to gain your insights and your wisdom about your pathway. This is when you're being reborn. So tell me about this conversation. Pleasure. Focus on forgiveness. Okay, so it's like the divine's pleased with you, collective. You're having more pleasurable conversations with your spirit team. Yeah, you're in the flow, right? When you're in the flow, and you're right, when you're in the flow and you're not battling overthinking and emotional triggers, you're just kind of in the flow of everything. Your life is more pleasurable. Your life is more calm. Okay, and you're just in the flow. You're having these conversations with the divine from within self, though. It's not like you're out here, calling the divine up on a telephone and having this. Some of y'all, he's talking to you through others, yes, but this is about going within and just being okay and just being grateful and thankful for this time of calmness and peace, because that's the pleasure. That's what's changing for a lot of us. Yeah, wonders is on the bottom. So there, this is what's changing for us is this ability just to be grateful for the quietness, okay? To purge the overthinking and let go of the emotional triggers, let go of needing to be fulfilled in a relationship outside of ourselves, right? Needing to compete for love or lovers, needing to, be fulfilled with the exact career that everyone thinks we should do. Like it's I think we're being refocused and shown what is our desires at this time, right? So you're being redirected towards your pleasures. Pleasure isn't instant gratification, it's peace. Look, pleasure is peace. Temperance energy. Okay, it's not about the instant gratification and getting something that's only going to fulfill you for like 2 seconds, and then the next thing you know, you're looking for the next thing that's going to bring instant gratification right? Peace is calmness. Peace is everlasting. Peace isn't about having instant gratification. It's about, no matter if you have, it's about surrendering and just, you're always, no matter where you're at and what situation you're in, you're always at peace. You're always in pleasure because you're at peace. So you don't need something else to come in to give you that sense of peace or rightness. You already have that sense of peace and rightness within yourself because you've been reborn. Because you're listening to your wisdom it's like you're following your thoughts and your emotions with wisdom and awareness. And that's what's bringing in victory for you, collective. This is the victory. Peace is the victory, okay? Peace is the victory, and that's what's leading to your pleasure. That's what's leading to you being able to hear your higher self, to hear your divine guidance, to hear the truth. The awareness and the truth comes in with peace. The victory comes in with peace and calmness. Not trying to fill all your time up with a distraction, but just allowing it to be whatever it needs to be at any given moment without putting, control and worry and pressure on yourself. Right? That's what I'm seeing. So anyways, I got to get back to work, y'all. I only take, what resonates for you. I hope this, gave you guys something. Some kind of encouragement or awareness. I'm very grateful for this message, Spirit. Let me just read anything the collective should be. Yeah, evolution. This is what we need to be concentrating on. Evolution. I welcome change. Change me, divine, into one who knows we can evolve and be open at any age. Let me welcome change in uplifting and surprising ways. Allow me to trust the process, diving ever deeper into your love. So, right now, collective, we're focused on welcoming change and evolution. This whole thing that we've been talking about is an evolution. It's an evolution of our spirit, of our soul, of our way of perceiving, being, and it's beautiful, right? We're no longer in the matrix. You are truly in one with spirit over here. No matter what change you have to go through, no matter what the changes are, you can hold in the peace. As long as you hold in the peace during these changes, you're gonna get your victory every time. And remember that we are all one, and to have your confidence in the goodness of yourself and the goodness of the divine and even the goodness of others, even the ones who have harmed you, right? You're not their victim. Things happen for us, not to us, and we got to remember that. I know it's hard. I'm guilty of it, trust me. I know it's hard to remember, but you know, awareness is key. So yeah, we're being shown the mysteries. So look, the way to have peace is to rest in the unknown. Not to be afraid of the things that are unknown, not to control or worry about the things that are unknown, but to rest peacefully in the things that are unknown, and trusting and having faith. When you have faith and trust in the divine, in the goodness of creation, then you can rest in the unknown. You're not trying to control. You're not afraid of whatever is unknown because you trust in the universe. You can welcome all change as necessary change. And it becomes easier for you to move through your processes. But it says, change me, divine, into one who rests peacefully. There's that word peace again. Peacefully in the unknown until the right and timely actions are shown. I offer the mystery to you alone. So resting in the peace of the mystery. And offer your deepest desires. Right? Not the instant. So it's like, don't trade your deepest desires for instant gratification. Right? Don't trade your spiritual desires and fulfillment with band-aid desires in the Matrix, okay, if that makes sense, right? That's what I'm getting here. But it says, change me, divine, into one who offers you my deepest longings, trusting you know exactly how to handle them. Let me know my wholeness and freedom most of all. Okay? And then, yeah, allow love to lead. Keep your heart open, right? And know that you are truly walking in love. When you're walking in unity, you're walking in love, no matter what. But allow love to lead you. Change me, divine, into one who can allow love to lead my life. May I offer myself completely to the highest, so all may occur as needed. Grant me peace and contentment. Wherever I am, use me for the greatest good. Amen. And just continue to focus on your uniqueness. I accept my own nature. Change me, divine, into one who embraces my own uniqueness. Let me accept my own nature completely, knowing it too is divine. May I love myself as I am, not as others say I should be. Yeah, it's this time within. What are you finding out about yourself when you're going within? Right? How are you transmuting those energies from that you've been picking up from the outside of what everybody else said you was? How are you taking those energies in and finding out the truth of who you really are? It's time to know thyself. And the way to do that is take those energies of everything everyone outside of yourself wants you to be or says that you are, and go within and transmute that energy and figure out, is it true or isn't it true? What parts of this do I want to take and that I feel are part of myself, and what parts do I want to shed that aren't part of myself? Because we are one. We all are one. So even if you don't feel like something's part of you, it's still a part of you. Even if it's not something that you're representing in your characteristic in this lifetime, it may be something that you carried in a last lifetime. All right, anything you see in another is something that you will find in yourself, and that's hard to accept sometimes, especially if we're out here looking for each other's faults, feeling judgmental about each other, right? Whatever that thing is that you're noticing in another person, you can only notice it because it's within you. That's a hard pill to swallow, right? But it's the truth of the matter, because we're all one. But anyways, I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Please like, share, or subscribe, and just be beautiful. And remember to walk in your peace, because your victory comes with that ability to stand in the awareness of truth and peace. Okay? We're evolving, collective. This is our fated pathway, this time of evolution. So you ain't here for no accident, baby. Keep doing the good work. I love you.